Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today, do you know I'm starting my own video game? Yeah, it's called Fighting Under Creature Canyon, Yawns of Underland. Yeah, it's a stupid title. I mean, how could we fix this issue? Is there any way that we could shorten down the title so that it would be less long and less stupid? An abbreviation! We just need to find the perfect one for this game, though. Maybe if we talk about abbreviations for, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes, then we'll find a great one for this game.
Yep, today we're talking about video game abbreviations. Oh god, there's so many of them.
Abbreviations are everywhere. There's console abbreviations, game series abbreviations, game title abbreviations, and even in-game stuff like HP, which stands for health points, or 1-up, which stands for gaining an extra life, or EXP, which stands for experience points. I just sound like a maniac.
Let's start out pretty simple. Console abbreviations. Console abbreviations are probably one of the more common types of gaming abbreviations. I mean, they're pretty much everywhere. Most of the time, people actually use the console abbreviation instead of the real name. Take for example, almost all the PlayStations. No one actively calls them PlayStation 1 through 5 all the time. Sometimes they just say PS3, PS5, PSX. Don't know why that's the abbreviation for the first one, but just go with it. And there's also abbreviations like the N64, NES, and SNES. People usually use these over the actual name, which is kind of weird. Microsoft, though, and their Xbox line of consoles, nah. The title's already so short that you might as well just call them Xbox. So, there's no real need for it. But there is one Nintendo abbreviation which makes almost no sense. The GameCube.
Why is the GameCube's abbreviation not NGC? Nintendo GameCube. GameCube Nintendo.
Okay, I know why. But why is the GameCube's abbreviation GCN and not NGC? I know NGC is already a registered abbreviation for the National Geographic Center, I think. I'm not gonna Google it. I'm already this far into this script here. I'm just freeballing. I don't know what to do. Free shooting, whatever. So Nintendo took GCN instead of NGC. This is probably my least favorite abbreviation of all time. Next up, we have the game series abbreviations. Definitely not as common as the game console abbreviations, but definitely pretty common. Some of the most common abbreviations, or for a Nintendo fan at least, happens to be LOZ and NSMB, which are Legend of Zelda and New Super Mario Bros. These titles are pretty long, so normally people put LOZ or NSMB in like YouTube titles. They're just so much shorter than writing out the full title. Like New Super Mario Bros. Is 4 words. But like even Super Mario Bros. Some people put SMB. For other series that people use a lot, happens to be GTA, Grand Theft Auto. I don't see this one as much, but FF for Final Fantasy. There's also RE for Resident Evil, and COD for Call of Duty. There's less game series than game titles, so it's more common to find a game title abbreviation. Which, speaking of which, I can drown in the amount of game title abbreviations. There's so many of them. I'm pretty sure every single video game gets a video game abbreviation. For example, there's an abbreviation for pretty much every game in the Zelda series. For example, LTTP for The Link to the Past, OOT for Ocarina of Time, MM for Majora's Mask, SS for Skyward Sword, Bot W for Breath of the Wild, and probably my least favorite of the Zelda series abbreviations, TP. If the name Twilight Princess wasn't bad enough, the abbreviation is toilet paper. Yeah, that might be a tough one trying to explain to your parents why you're buying this game.
Look, Mom, I'm playing LOZTB for the GCN. And that's when she put me back into the mental institute.
But other series have abbreviations as well. Like, SMG for Super Mario Galaxy. CSGO. That's an abbreviation. I actually didn't know what CSGO stood for until researching the topic for this video. I had zero idea what a CSGO was. And when I was Googling, I was like, oh, it stands for Counter-Strike Go? Yeah, no wonder they just call it CSGO. That's a way better name. League of Legends abbreviation is LOL. Another thing I never knew is Dota 2. It stands for Defense of Ancients, or Defense of the Ancients. And it's apparently a mod of Warcraft 3. I know absolutely nothing about PC gaming. I grew up with Nintendo and Sony. For most series, though, normally what happens is there's the series abbreviations, then a number. Like with Final Fantasy. The game title abbreviation is almost the same as the game series abbreviation. FF7, for example. Or RE6. I don't know why I picked 6, but because the things are just the numbers, you know, the game title abbreviation is most of the time the game series abbreviation. Which means that there's technically double the amount of game title abbreviations. But I haven't even tackled genre abbreviations. The ones I have listed down here are FPS for first-person shooter, TPS for third-person shooter, RPG for like role-playing game, or TBS for turn-based strategy. You can kind of interchange those two. So there's many other abbreviations as well, like just standard gaming callouts as well. Like AFK stands for away from keyboard. I found TLDR on the abbreviations list I found when I was researching. It stands for too long, didn't read. I think most people know that already. There's also in-game stuff like I touched on earlier, like HP, health points, EXP, experience points, the 1-up, gaining an extra life. Like there's so many other abbreviations I haven't even tackled here. So I just wanted to briefly cover them before we ended this video off.
Well, after talking about abbreviations for a while, I can say I've learned a lot, and I think it's finally time for me to get an abbreviation for my game. Oh, someone's calling me. Hello? Yeah, okay. Well. Fighting Under Creature Canyon's Yawn of Underland has been cancelled because they didn't want to produce a game called You.